stop it. I haven't even done anything yet. Actually, you know what? You can give me more Christmas cheer if you'd like. This reminds me of a song I just heard on the radio this morning. Juggernauts roasting on a human torch. It really is that time of the year again, everybody. As you could probably tell from my very wobbly entrance, I've been hitting the eggnog extra hard to get into the holiday spirit. Who's ready for a seasonal tale full of Yuletide cheer? Who's ready to see Wolverine live and in the flesh? I know that kid in the Wolverine sweater's ready. Yeah, I'm ready for that too, but he's not here today. Yeah, no, feel free to boo him though and tag him in the comments. No, boo him. I know, right? I miss my boo too. He's probably up during the holidays guzzling too much eggnog or something, you know? Either that or you can start calling me Wade McAllister because I made my Loki disappear. To be fair, I guess it was Boxing Day yesterday, so who knows, maybe he got knocked out shadowboxing a robot like it was 2011. Speaking of boxes, look at this nice gift he left under the tree. Aw. Very carefully wrapped. I wonder if he cut the wrapping paper with his little hand swords. Anyway, are you guys ready for story time? That's good. I like to call this one a Hallmark special. You get it because I'm the Merc with the mouth. Okay, we got one comic book reader here in the front row. You just made the nice list, sir. Everyone else, good stocking stuffer idea for next year. Comic books, okay? Do your reading, children. Anyway, this story is a classic holiday tale of good and evil, filled with greed, gravestones, a very nice four-poster bed, and a bunch of hideous mutants and spooky ghosts. Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of a creepy choice for a holiday tale, huh? Probably should have done this one in October, don't you think? Well, you know what? We're all already gathered here today, and this is the specific story that they're paying me to do on the schedule, so let's get on with it, shall we? For today's story, we travel back in time, all the way back to jolly old England for a dignified holiday tale written by Sir Mr. Charles Xavier Dickens. And it's brought to you by Disney Plus. Come on, guys, do you even want me to get a Christmas bonus this year? I said Disney Plus! That was so genuine and unprompted. Thank you, my little elves. Wow, that kid really got the memo. Thank you for screaming. That's right, everybody. Disney Plus is paid to keep little old story time around for the holidays. Finally, a streaming service that understands quality content. That's right, I'm Deadpool, and you're watching Disney Plus. Yeah. My millennials love that joke, huh? Okay. Well, now that I feel extra dirty from all the pandering, let's get to the actual scheduled story, shall we? Thank you, one child, for cheering. Everyone match her energy, please. Yeah, that wasn't forced at all. You know, I'm very excited, by the way, getting to sink my teeth into something as holly and jolly as a festive seasonal tale. It's rare that I get to read something filled with so much happiness, goodwill, hope, and positive messaging. Well, anywho, stave 1, line 1, Marley was dead. Oh, that is a very dark start to begin with. Yeah, I don't think Disney Plus signed up for all of that. Let me just skip ahead to the less morbid parts. Let's see here. Dead as a doornail. Okay, super dead beyond repair. Oh, here we go. Here is a very nice, uplifting, and joyous sentence. The meanest old curmudgeon in all of London town was a vile, ugly, hairy, smelly, prickly, miserly old brute by the name Loganese or Scrooge. Oh, Scroogey really did not like the holidays, let me tell you. Always went around saying, bah humbug, bub. I don't know what that's supposed to mean either. He did have a very handsome, charming, and funny, although a bit of an acquired taste, I will admit, employee by the name Wade Cratchit Poole. Yeah, you see what I did there? Thank you. Thank you for the pity. Yay for that. Hello. Poor old Wade, he just wanted to enjoy the holiday season. Literally spend a single day off in his entire career. But old Scroogey was always like, get back to work, Bob, and count me money, Alroy. Come on, Alroy. He was really not a nice mutant. Did I mention he was smelly, miserly, and somewhat Australian? Well, anyway, because old Scroogey McDuck was such a naughty little mutant, he was visited in the night by one of his very dead partners. One of his ex-partners. He was an X-Men. Anyway, he tells him that he'll be visited in the night by 3 ghosts who will help fill him up with the Christmas spirit. This really troubles old Scroogey, who goes to sleep feeling very uneasy. Kind of like when you eat one too many chimichangas before bedtime. Suddenly, a big, bright light shone through his apartment. He waddled over, just as furry and ugly as can be, ripped open the blinds and saw that it was none other than Johnny Storm. All flamey and bright. Not Steve Rogers like we all clearly wanted, but that's all right. No, it's fine. Johnny Storm's still cool. Actually, he's not really cool. He's more so hot. Anyway, pretty much everything that Johnny said was filled with vulgarities that I quite honestly cannot repeat here at the Disneyland Resort, registered trademark. But long story short, Scroogey is shown by Johnny his sad past, his sad origins, if you will. Yeah, and I will. And then the Ghost of Christmas Present shows up, and it's just this giant, child-minded figure, way larger than a normal man should be, with a body made completely out of metal and a very obnoxious Russian accent. Sounded a little something like this. Lokanizar Scrooge. Gaze upon the Cratchit Poole family and see your shame. It turned into a robot at the end. I don't know what happened either. He shows them a picture of a beautiful Cratchit Poole family living in a small but humble studio apartment of a Pico and Crenshaw. Blind Al was there, Dog Poole, and tiny little Peter Poole, who was obviously sickeningly ill and leaning on a small crutch. They could barely get by on the meager salary that Wade's boss had given him. This caused Scroogey, believe it or not, to feel the first true emotion he's ever felt in the hundreds of years living on this planet. So emotional, in fact, that a single tear begins to trickle down his chiseled, mewing jawline, soaking into his luscious mutton chops. Oh, it was like the ending of a perfect rom-com. Like their proposal. And then the Ghost of Christmas Days of Future Past showed up, and you know what? I'm not even gonna go into all that. It's very scary, confusing, the timeline gets all convoluted. It quite honestly almost ruined the franchise, but the ghosts, in essence, show Scroogey that he needs to keep the spirit of the season deep within his heart, all year round. Meanwhile, tiny little Peter Poole narrowly escapes death because Scroogey basically get his little legs healed and they become sugar plum chums. This is my favorite part of the story, everybody. And then, tiny little Peter Poole begins to waddle over to old Scroogey on his newly refurbished legs, grips onto his, well, very muscular inner thigh muscles, you'll just have to take my word for it, and exclaims for all to hear, "Oh God of thunder, bless us, everyone." Let me tell you, there was not a dry eye in the house. In fact, the house was soaking wet with tears. And they all lived, say it with me, everybody, happily ever after. You can clap too if you want. I know I am, thank you. That was my goat impression, sorry. Do you want to know why they lived happily ever after, tiny child in the front row? Because this story in particular has been rehashed and merchandised dozens of times over the years. It's what we like to call in the business easy money. There you go, kid. You just made the nice list. You're welcome for the core memory. Well, thank you all for joining me for a very special holiday treat. That's more than I can say for Logie Bear, so thanks for actually showing up today, everybody. And an even bigger thank you, no offense, to Disney Plus! Check out all the quality programming only available now on Disney Plus. Happy holidays, everybody! Oh, on Dasher, on Donner, on Dopinder we ride. Just think about it. If it wasn't for Disney Plus, none of us would be here right now. I know I'd be unemployed. Wolfie's already not here. Bye. Goodbye. That's a really nice Wolfie sweater. I'm glad at least one Wolverine showed up today, John. Bye. I'm gonna go watch Frozen 2 on Disney Plus.